Over. A'ja Wilson, by the way, scoring a game-high 31 with 16 boards. She needed help. It didn't happen. The Liberty beat up on the Aces, winning 92 to set. You know, that was Nicki Minaj right there, by the way.
Was it?
Did you know
Nicki
that?
Minaj, okay.
I did not know that.
92-78, the final. Okay, in the world, a lot going on in the world of basketball right now, especially with the NBA playoffs rolling on. Here to talk hoops with us, Daryl Harris, thank you. Writer for NBA.com.
Yes, sir.
And okay, my first question, right, is we talk about hoops right now in the NBA. We'll talk Aces in a little bit. But what the heck happened to the Celtics? What happened to the Celtics that they were minus 900 favorites in that series against New York, and New York wins?
No, I think we've got to spend a little more time on the Celtics, and I don't know if we're going to do that now or in a few, but I think that it happens. It's a marathon. That team was on a calendar year journey. They played from October all the way to June in the championship last season. Several players on the Olympic team playing the next month for the season to begin the next month. It's a lot of wear and tear. That's not a young team anymore either, and you hate to see that Tatum injury happen, but at that point you ran up against a team that's hungry, full fan base that's hungry, and talented on top of it. So New York really was reactive to Celtics winning that championship. They went and got players the next week, and we're playing.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Along, but I don't want to take away from the Aces season opener, though. That was a really big game. First day of school. First day of school sort of vibe for the Aces today. Down to the new shoes for A'ja Wilson.
Yeah,
you see those everywhere. The loss might be better for them. This is what they need, though. We talked about them struggling. This is what I think can fix that. A'ja Wilson on the rebound, bring the ball up. Look at the spacing. We talked about the offense stalling. Look at that. She's capable of dribbling. She's a great decision maker. She gets to the line and makes her free throws even better. It's later in the next quarter. It happens again. Look at the spacing. Let everybody run. A'ja, this flips the defense on its head. The center's not used to guarding dribble handoffs, and that's how Jewell Loyd scored her first bucket. So we talked about the offense struggling. I think that A'ja Wilson is similar to a Giannis Antetokounmpo in the WNBA, and you let her initiate off of the rebound.
Okay, watch out.
That makes this offense unstoppable. And Becky talked about defense being the priority all training camp. I think they'll figure that out. They didn't do great against New York today, though. 92 points is too much, and they only did it on 4 made threes. So that means they made a living on the interior. They've got to play Kia Stokes a little bit more. She had 8 boards in 18 minutes today. They need that to shore up the interior defense.
And when you think about it, too, Megan Gustafson got hurt during the almost like the first 2 hours of practice, preseason practice, so she's done. Their bench it's going to be tough. Their bench needs to step up in a big way, and you saw it here today.
Yeah, and
they got no production from the bench.
They did give not much, really not much. And again, first day of school, I think it's a great analogy. They've got new pieces. They've got players in different roles. Jewell Loyd is used to being the focal point of the offense. They thought that she could just replace Kelsey Plum. It's not that simple, though. You know, give her, I say, a month to gel. We really need her in stride come playoff time. And the rest of the, new pieces, Dana Evans got some run today at point guard, and she's feisty, and they can lean on them, but it's the stars. They'll find out how to balance and play with each other. Give them some time. The loss might be more motivation and fuel for the rest of the season.
That could be a big game right off the bat.
No, okay. Is Indiana going to make a run this year? Because the Fever, they've talked about now, they've added some not just Caitlin Clark, they've added some more weapons to that team. Didn't play well last year, certainly. Did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, they made the
playoffs. Barely got knocked out, but
bold prediction. But that team is championship caliber.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. They made the playoffs last season. They added DeWanna Bonner, 15-year-plus veteran, top 5 WNBA scorer all time. They added
Boston's got more experience.
Yeah, Boston's, she can play. And they've got bigger. Caitlin, you forget at point guard, she's about 6'1". She had 4 blocks today and a triple-double.
Oh.
This team's going to run, man. Kelsey Mitchell can score. That team can play. They realized it. Got her some help.
How about this? Before we move away from the WNBA, last night, Kelsey Plum had a huge game for the Sparks.
Sparks.
A big debut for her. I think she had 37, I think it was, or something right there. So, the Sparks are going to be pretty happy with her.
They sure are. And those Sparks Aces games are going to be must-see, especially we're talking about Hamby, talking about another young rookie overlooked sort of in that last year's class with Kia Jackson. She had a great career at Tennessee, and she had a great rookie campaign for Los Angeles. Cameron Brink's going to be back in the mix very soon. When they come here, and when we go there, if we see each other in the playoffs, that's marquee stuff.
There's some bad blood in ways between the two
you know,
teams.
hey, West Coast, bragging rights, all that in there.
You know, Ron talked about it, the NBA, you know, the Boston Celtics, and now the Knicks back in there for the first time in 25 years. They went to the Eastern Conference Final. But what can they do? Can they make some noise in the final?
You know, they certainly can. They're capable. Jalen Brunson's showing you right now that he was deserving of that fourth quarter honor that he got this year. Thibodeau knows what he's doing as well. He keeps his guys out there. They knew what would be asked of them come this time of the season, and that's basically play the whole game. Y'all got New York on your back. Can you do it, essentially? And they're fueling them, and they feel like they can. We got some Nova Knick fans in the house right now, and that team has chemistry. They have familiarity of winning at the collegiate level, some of those guys. And again, they went and got Mikal Bridges right after the finals. They got Towns at the beginning of the season. This whole year's leading up to this point.
Was that Larry Johnson?
It looked like
Larry Johnson.
It might have been.
It was Larry Johnson.
The video.
But I don't want us to not give Indiana credit.
Okay.
Indiana.
No, don't sleep on Indiana.
They're an under.
I'm having flashbacks now to I went back to the Indy 500 25 years ago. My brother lives back there. So it'd go back. He would get the Pacers tickets because the Pacers were in the playoffs against either the Bulls with Jordan or the Knicks, those great Knicks teams back then. And I'd get the tickets to the Indy 500. We'd go to Carb Day. We'd go to all the fun stuff with the Indy 500 and watch the playoffs. So I'm seeing flashbacks. Reggie Miller with the Indiana Pacers. That was in Market Square Arena back in the day, but you had the Pacers against the Knicks. Classic matchup, I think, in the Eastern Finals.
And you know what? This Indiana team, my man JB reminded me that they're sort of similar to remember before the Malice and the Palace, that team was really good. That team was loaded. That team had a lot of talent. I also think that this Indiana team plays like the old run and gun Phoenix Suns. And they sort of refine that.
Okay.
Hey,
and
don't forget.
Win now.
Hey, guys, don't forget the West. Let's talk about the West.
Let's go West.
Before I let you go, Daryl. I still like Denver for some reason.
Game 7, baby. I do too. I took Denver over OKC in my prediction just because they're familiar. They've been there. And this is really now the battle of the MVPs. They haven't announced the winner yet, which I find odd because this is the series with the two finalists that it's clearly between. So it's either Gilgeous-Alexander or it's Nikola Jokic. Both of them are playing out of their minds. So it's going to be a must-see game tomorrow. I do lean on Denver with the experience. However, I think Minnesota's waiting for both of them.
The T-Wolves are rested, getting ready, and a team that could make some. Who do you have of these final 5? There's 5 left right now. Winning it all. Do you want to go? You ready to go out?
On the spot with my finals prediction right now. While the Nuggets are still, capable of doing everything that you're seeing them do right now, I can't go away from Minnesota, man. They took care of the Lakers in 5 games. They took care of the Warriors in 5 games. And I know some of those teams weren't the healthiest, but that's a sign of a well-coached team that is also familiar. They were in the Western Conference Finals last year, so this is a reasonable leap for them to make. Anthony Edwards is fearless, man.
Good.
Fearless. And I don't see somebody who's going to take them down.
Before we let you go here, Dale, I got to ask you the final question here is, Adam Silver came on recently on Sirius XM satellite radio and talked a little bit about expansion talks in Vegas with the owners in July, Seattle, Las Vegas. What are you hearing?
That's been the notion for a while now, and I feel like the league is almost overthinking some of the expansion things, And it's been a while since the NBA has added teams. So I guess now with how much, revenue and TV rights and where teams are being sold for and what the valuations are, that they're just sort of overthinking it so that way they can try to get it right. But I expect that narrative to continue. However, I wouldn't rule out them relocating a team that's already established and bringing them here to Vegas. And I won't guess as to who that might be. Who knows? I don't know what they're going to do in the summer. We'll be here to cover it. But I wouldn't rule that out.
But they do need a couple of Pacific time zone teams. If you look at what they've lost, what the NBA has lost, I'm going to go way back. They lost Seattle to Oklahoma City. That's a Pacific time zone team. And Vancouver. So they do want to sort of replace it with 2 Pacific time zone teams, I believe, and that would make sense. Seattle's got to have a team back. Sonic's got to come back, number 1. Vegas, number 2.
Well, we'll see what happens. Daryl, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks,
we appreciate that. Thank you. All right, coming up next,
Thank you.
the thrill in the house. Sports Wrap. We'll be right back after this.